Hi everyone, welcome back to Board Baobab. We're playing some Final Girl today. I know it's been ages since I've done a playthrough for you guys. I do apologize for that because, to be honest, there's no excuse. I've just been lazy, and it's just I have to pack. I only have one table, and to pack all my stuff away, put the cloth out, and then put the game out and set it up can be a bit of a lot of work. But that's no excuse. And like I said, just being lazy. Trying to change that and get some more playthroughs done and also do some final goal stuff for you, as well as some other board games that I have unboxed for you. My one hesitancy of playing Final Girl is I've been finding the season 3 boxes really difficult. I don't think I've won once, and I think I've died like all the time. And I know Final Girl is actually quite a hard game, but the third season boxes have been the worst for me. And they add, at least for me, what I've found, quite complicated rules, or at least confusing rules for me. So hopefully this one's going to be better. So we're playing with the Tormentor and the Warehouse. This is based off Jigsaw, the Saw movies, the Saw horror movies. Bit of a different killer, basically going to set traps around the warehouse for us, and we got to try and escape these death traps. I've tried to get the whole game as much as I can in, so I do apologize, you can't see everything. There are items up here that you won't be able to see, as well as maybe some event cards and some of the playing cards, but I made sure all the things you have to see are out here, and if there's anything I want you to see, I'll just bring it out for you. For example, the Final Girl is supposed to be down here, but then you won't be able to see her. I'm going with Mandy. Reason why I chose her is because she actually does, if we get her special ability, she does 2 attacks, additions, even if she has no items in her hand, which is pretty great because I've always found I don't do enough damage to get the killers down. This killer, the Tormentor, is one with very little health, only 7. Whereas guys like the Jason Voorhees lookalike, or an legally distinct killer, is I think 11 or 12. So quite a bit lesser health. But what's different about this killer is the Tormentor, she actually doesn't start on the board. We have to wait for the finale card to be revealed, and then she'll appear on the board, and then we can go after her. So it's going to be quite interesting with these death trap cards. I have read through the rules, and I do, from the outset, like the look of these death traps. I think they're very interesting, and they're going to be very fun to complete and try. As always, please forgive me if I get rules wrong. It's going to happen. I'm going to get something wrong, because I haven't actually played Final Girl in a while, as well as this is a new episode box that I haven't played with before. But I'm going to try and do my best to try and remember all of them. Okay, so let's get started. So, as I said before, she doesn't actually start on the board. I also kept the setup cards close by because apparently we're going to need them to set traps as well as set activations for the killer wherever she's hiding around the warehouse. And oh, that was one thing I'd forget. Let me just check something. Okay, sorry, I just had to check that I'd put one of the meeples in the right position. But it looks all good. So, yeah. Let's get started. So, I got my 0 cards. If you don't understand how the game's played and just happen to be watching this game, basically, I play cards on my turn in order to do certain actions. I roll, at the moment, 2 dice, and then the stars tell me how successful I am. And I can sacrifice things in order sometimes to achieve part of my objective, but it's going to cost me life or time, or I'm going to have to sacrifice something. So I think the best thing to do, initially I was just going to go straight for the killer and start doing damage. But I think I need to save some of these victims as much as I can just to get her special ability, I think. I don't think I'm going to go looking for items, or maybe I'll go there. Let's get this guy first. So with the ladders, you can use them as normal and climb up onto them. You don't need a card. You do have these 2 special episode cards, Climb and Leap, that basically allow you to move, jump across to a different space, to one that's similar to a climbing space. Or let me just double check that, because I thought I could move in here normally, but from what I'm reading on the climb card, it says, I won't pause the video, let's do it together. So rack spaces, these represent the top of the warehouse storage racks. Note, blah, 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 blah. These cards, unless noted on a card or effect, enemies and victims can move to and from those spaces as normal. Okay. All right. Well, seems to be nothing stopping me from moving straight on top of the board there. So let's do a walk. Or we could try focus. Focus is always great because it gives you more time and it helps decrease the horror on the horror track. So it helps us getting to that extra dice. Yeah, why not? Let's, we're going to play a focus. And let's see how we do. And we got a 1 star, which is great. And we can discard 2 cards to make that a star as well. And I think we'll do that. We're not going to need weak attack. And we're not going to need short rest. So let's discard those 2 cards as well. So that that focus succeeds. So our time actually goes up 1, 2. And the horror decreases. Okay. I'm going to save the other focus in case I need 2 cards to complete my walk. Let's go. So we're going to play a walk card. We need 2 stars to move 2 spaces, 1 star to move 1 space. And that's what I thought would happen. So we'll spend our 2 cards, allowing us to finish our walk to 1 space. So we go straight there. All right, that's all we can do. Just move that down there. Now, it comes to our planning phase where we can purchase more action cards. Sprint is always a good card. We can also discard the sprint card in order to gain both the leap and the climb card, which I think are going to be very useful because particularly the leap allows us to jump basically across to these red zones where, excuse me, where the ladders are. So, yeah, let's take a sprint. So that costs us 2 times. So we go back down to 6. Oh, wait, almost forgot. I did walk, so that would have been 8. That would have gone down to 7 because in order to walk, 1 star costs us 1 time. So 2 goes down to 5 to get that sprint. So we have 1 sprint in our hand. We are going to... What to get? Might get maybe 2 sprints is what we need. Because we can use the one for the climb and leap, and then we can use another one. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. And then we get another sprint. So we got both sprints. There are only 2 cards of sprint. And we still have 3 time left to purchase some cards. Close call I always like, because it can always help you out of a bit of a jam, which gives you a reroll for 1 dice or reroll all the dice for 2 time. So it goes, and we still got 2 left. We can either get a search or a guard card, which is a reaction card. Because what I think we can do is if we sprint here, we can search here, just get some equipment. What actually is there? That's the receiving area, and the receiving area has the bolt cutters, which ignore a hit or unlock the space door. So what it means unlock, it means, excuse me, basically there were cards where the killer can lock the doors of the exits and we can't save victims. So that's going to be irritating. So maybe those bolt cutters would be a good idea to have on. But it only has 2 uses until it breaks. Yeah, but it's better than nothing. And I'm worried that we run here and instantly the terror card comes out that locks the door and then we're stuffed. So best thing to do is, yeah, run straight here, get as many victims as we can, and then, yeah, get out. As long as these guys don't panic all over the place. Maybe they might move towards us. That always happens. If you're wondering what the heads are, it was the event that we start off with, where we have severed heads that have fallen around the place. And when we move into a space with a head, we remove the token, but we increase the horror factor, the horror on the horror track. Okay, so yeah, so let's then get a search card so we can search. So all our time is done. We're finished. We move on to the killer phase. Resolve a killer action. The killer action basically is advancing a death trap wherever the victims are on or the final girl is on the death trap. So there are no death traps currently, so we can ignore that. We now draw a terror card, and I assume the terror cards are going to be very nasty because she's not doing anything. Okay, click. If any effects that cause this card to be discarded, unlock the exit as described below, but do not apply any other effects. The main entrance is now unlocked. Draw a terror card. All right, that would have been nice if something was locked, but it's not. So we have to draw another terror card. You have no respect for life. If no victims are trapped, I need to put this card at the bottom and draw the next terror card. So this card goes down to the bottom. Okay. Click. So if any effects causes this card to be discarded, unlock the exit as described below, but do not apply the other effects. Loading dock A is now unlocked. We have to draw an event. Another event is happening. Scatter, panic all victims. Oh my word. So, and the line is, run, run, run for your lives. All right, so that's going to take a while. And then we're going to have to draw another terror card. So I can't remember. Do we panic each victim differently, or do we roll? I think we panic each one. I just need to double check that in the rules. Panic. To resolve a panic, roll a die for the victim and consult the numbers in their spaces. So they're all panicking, then they're all going to panic in different directions. So we'll go upwards like this. So this guy can only move one direction. Oh, the one thing about panic here is we roll 2 dice instead of 1, because they can go on the shelves and stuff like that. As you can see, there's sometimes a 12 or an 11. This is only 3 to 6. They will move. Nope, that's a 9. Doesn't move anywhere. These two. Now I'm worried that I got the rule wrong, because I don't see how a lot of these guys can move. Nope. I don't. I'm trying to find the rule now. Let me pause it for a second. Okay, I found what it is. It's not everywhere. It's only the pit. So it's only for the guys here that must roll 2 dice. Anywhere else, it's just 1. So I'll re-roll for this dice. This meeple victim. 2, not going anywhere, so it didn't change anything. This one over here, 2, moves across there. This one over here, 2, moves across there. That might help us, so we might ignore this one. If that doesn't lock, we're moving straight there and ignoring getting equipment. The pit. Oh, wait. We also have this meeple over here. 3, which is down here. Don't panic. Don't panic. The one in the middle. 6. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. Goes here. All right. Didn't affect us that much. These two are this one over here. 4. Goes there. Another one, 4 as well. Whoops, I'll just leave them there. Speed things up. That's Cocktar. 4. Stays, I think, where they are. Yep, stays where they are. Main entrance, 5. No, not going anywhere. Yeah, 5 not going anywhere. Sorry, I was checking something. My mind froze. There. 3 moving down here, and we have this one over here. 1. So they basically swap places, and the last one over there. 6 all the way there. All right. Might help us, but we're still not done yet because we still have to draw another tarot card. Help, I'm trapped. If you are trapped, discard and draw the next tarot card. Otherwise, you are trapped. The final girl is trapped. So we're trapped. And we're doing so well. So that goes there. And let's bring out our trap card. I'll put it here where the backpack is so we can see. Fireworks targets. You're surrounded by a massive amount of mortars, rockets. There's a slow fuse, but if you don't escape, they will all go boom. So basically how this works is we go here now. We're on the start there. I need to put now a trap card or token on that spot. And we're now trapped. I don't know if the victim gets trapped with us as well. I don't think so. I need to double check that as well. I'll pause it so you guys don't have to wait long. Okay, so the victim's not trapped with me. However, they are in the same space. So what that means is I get an extra dice when rolling to do actions when I do horror rolls. When resolving actions towards completing escape tasks. Yeah. But from my understanding, all I need to do is spend 4 time to find the fuse, take 2 damage, and then untie myself. And another 2. So it's just going to waste my time. Also, just so you know, if I ever get to the end there, I die. No matter how much health I have. So we don't want that to happen. I think I just want to read the trap card one more time. Okay, so I thought you just had to basically take your time and go like this and say, oh, 4 time, okay, you go down to 2. No, that's not how it works. So apparently we're going to have to play our cards now and get the according benefits and use that to complete the time. And you don't get any of the other benefits, apparently, using the cards. So if I do like a search action to spend time, then I don't get the take 2 items. I can only spend that time. So this is going to be very tricky. I thought this was going to be easy to get through some of these traps. Now it's going to be, because we have to take 2 damage. So we basically have to have a damage card in our hand to hurt ourselves. But it doesn't seem like we're actually hurting ourselves. It's just performing 2 damage. Yeah, cutting the fuse. So actually, we're not hurting ourselves. We're doing the 2 damage to cut the fuse. All right, so I sort of understand now. Okay, but it is going to make things difficult for us because now we're trapped. And it just means more horrible things are going to come while we're stuck now in this trap. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're stuck in this trap now. We're going back to 6 time. The 2 damage we can do when we get our weak attack back. But we only can do 1. And we have to do 2. If it's 1, it's wasted. So we need to purchase like a Furious Strike card, which is going to cost 4. But then how? Because but it'll only be wasted. So I can play if I needed so much time. If I need 4 time, I can play the 2 cards in order to use time, spend time. All right, I get. So here's what I'm going to do. It's my action phase now. I'm going to sacrifice. Just make sure that yeah, I'm just making sure I got the turn summary correct. I'm going to discard this sprint card so we get the climb and the leap card because it's doubling our cards in our hand, which means more options for us to waste time. These 2, if we get 1 star on these 2, we can spend and basically do that 4. And then we can use the rest of our time to maybe purchase something. We can maybe get our sprint card back. No, we won't be able to get sprint. It'll only come back next turn. We could do this reroll for all 2 instead of doing both leap. The climb one. The climb one's not as useful, I think, as the leap. Because the leap can bounce us around accordingly. So I think what we'll do, and then we can use this to reroll all the dice, hoping that we get at least 1 star. And if we don't, we can sacrifice these 2 in order to complete that effect. So yeah, I think we'll do that. So let's do a climb action. Well, we'll spend the climb action to do the time. But perfect, because that actually helps us, because it means we can use our close call card, reroll for 2, and we just need 1. We just need 1. Oh, and we got 2. No, I don't want 2. I wanted 1. So that spends 3 time. We still have 1 more time to go. I'd say we keep the search card and we keep the sprint card and we use the search card to try and mess our time up, and then we'll have to roll both of them in order to. We might have to. No, we don't need to. That's what we needed. So we got we used our 4 time. So we completed our first task. I need a little token here to say we completed our first task of finding where the fuse is. And we have our leap and our sprint still around. So let's put Yeah, we could still sprint, actually. We got time left. Because, no, because we're trapped. I keep thinking we're out. We're not. We're trapped. Ah! This is very frustrating. This is one of the most frustrating final girls so far that I think I've met, because you're just stuck here now. And unless you have the cards to get you out straight away, you're going to be stuck here for a bit. Hopefully next turn we'll be able to sort it out. I'm trying to see if there's anything else we can use, but not really. Because we're not going to be able to do 2 damage. That's our issue. Because we just have the sprint and we have the leap card. So unfortunately, these are going to go away. That was last turn, and that was there. So these are going into the play area. We get these cards back in our hand, and then we got 2 time to spend. And we are going to spend it on... We can either guard ourselves, or we could get another search card in case we stumble upon something. Or we could... I did forget to roll an extra dice, because we got someone helping us. Though it says you may add, so we chose not to because it helps with our time. Spending our time. I'm going to say... We're really screwed with this one, because we got to do 2 damage, and we can't do 2 damage because we don't have the right card in our hand. If only we could... Can we save our time? But even if we save our time, it's not going to help us. We're going to have to hope. Our best thing is to do a close call. Take a close call, because we might need that. The rest is down to 1, and I think it gets wasted. I don't know if it gets saved. I can't remember. I think it goes back to 6, but maybe we can save it. I don't think you can save time. Planning phase. I can only have 10 cards in my hand. I forgot about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can only get 1 more card anyway. Yeah, any unspent time is lost. So you can't save time in order to get the thing you need. We're basically going to have to sacrifice time in order to get Furious Strike or Critical Blow. Something hectic. But that's all we can do. So that moves on. We're stuck there. Goes to the killer phase. They're going to advance the trap. The trap's going. We lose 1 time, but we're already on no time. Well, it goes to 0. So it doesn't really affect us. It would affect us if it was a victim in here, but because it's us, it's not as bad. I wonder if other traps have different than time. Maybe it's terror. Okay, Then it's the terror time. You don't deserve to live. If there are no victims on the board, discard and draw them. Otherwise, a victim that matches the first applicable condition is now trapped. Oh, they're trapped. In the space furthest... Oh. Yeah. So there. So that victim is now trapped. Okay. Simple one. At least it's not making everyone panic. Trapped. We'll move it here. Oh, of course. Classic. The reverse bear trap that smacks open your mouth. I haven't seen all the saws. I've seen the first 3 and then bits of the other ones. The first one was really good. Then it's more about the gore than the cleverness of it. Okay, so this one, that's a much nicer thing. We could have gotten out of this one way easier than we could have gotten out of that one. So this meeple is here. The bear trap is there. I don't know the point of putting tokens down if you can't get retrapped in the traps anymore, because that's what it says, if I remember correctly. Anyway, so they're trapped there. But the good news for us, it moves on to the next turn and no one's panicking. So now cut the fuse. We can't do anything. We can do a weak attack, but that's not going... We don't have enough, because the weak attack only does 1. Even if you get 2 stars, it just means you don't lose health. So can't do anything there. Oh yeah, this goes to 6. Can't do anything there. These go back where they were. So the climb goes back in its special spot. Close call goes back. Search goes back, as well as sprint goes back. All right, and then we'll use all of our time to get critical blow. Reason why that is because it only requires 1 star, and I don't want us to spend more time on lower cards just for the chance of being more effective. It's rather, let's get it, be certain is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so that's all we can do there. Advancing the time track. So time goes down, doesn't affect us because our time's 0. However, our terror does go up. Okay. Next. Terror card. I think I saw the killer. I just need to check because killer's not on the board. So I think I ignore this. The Tormentor will not appear until the finale. Until then, though, the move or attack actions on terror cards are ignored. Also, while the temperatures of the blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so we just ignore that, but it does, the terror, the horror factor does go up. So we ignore that because they're not on the board yet. Okay. Also, if we get a failed result, then we get, more terror. Okay, so we now go to the next phase. Finally, we're going to... I want to get out of the trap because if we get a failed result, we're going to get more horror. So I'd rather us... use our critical blow. And we get 3 dice. We just need 1 star in order to do the maximum damage, though it's going to stop our time. Is there anything else we can do to... I don't see anything. We just got to hope that we get at least 1 star as well as... that will be the best for us. Either 2 stars or 1 star and spend 2 cards. Oh, we don't. We got that. but we can spend close call to re-roll 1 dice, hoping for something, because we can still spend a lot of our cards to complete that. But I just want... I just wanted 1 star, because it would have just mean we'd only have to spend 2 cards. Now we've got to spend 4. Okay, so we did spend that, so where's my hand? So we spend close call, and then we're going to spend 4. So we'll spend our weak attack because, yeah, obvious. Short rest we don't need, so that's 2. I'm going to use the focuses because they're not as important as the other ones. And our horror is not great, but it's not the worst. So how many does this cost us? 3. And you decrease the horror. Oh, so getting critical blow over there also decreases the horror factor. So as we get the fuse down, instead of putting 3, I'm just going to move this down slowly. And lastly, untie the victim. You need to spend 2 time. I should have saved that dice, because I could have used it to spend 2 time. I'll use the walk, hoping that we get a failed action. If we don't, then, yeah, I suppose we don't increase the horror, but now I roll 2 stars. It's nuts. Absolute nuts, everyone. That's 1. And I'll use the other walk. Okay, well, that's what I wanted initially. So either we can stop, you get no stars and move up to 1 space, or we get no stars. So I'll just take the 2 time, use the 2 time in order to do that. So we're out of the trap. Yay. We're there. But we also increase the terror because we did get a failed result. So fireworks is done. Managed to get out of there. Finally, stuck in this 1 spot. Okay, and lastly, we're going to try and move. I'll leave the leap. I'm going to try the sprint. But this is not going to be 3 dice, unfortunately. It's just going to be the 2. Okay. Hoping that we get something. Oh, brilliant. That is exactly what we need. As we sprint up to 3 spaces, taking these guys with us, as well as these guys, getting to the docking zone and saving 3 of those victims, which increases our health by 1. Time goes up by 1. I forgot this. I forgot to check the time. I think I used... It didn't cost me time to do the critical hit, but the walk cost me 3. And then another 2, which goes to 1, and now it goes to 2. Because we got that, and the horror goes back up there. Okay. Only have our leap card still in our hand. Everything else is spent. So, yeah. We've done a bit, but we haven't made our way to the end, and oof, this is going to be nasty. This reverse bear trap, because I'm not going to be able to get there to help them. They're going to die. So, yeah, I just got my leap card in my hand now. And we have 2 to pay for something. Might as well get that sprint so we can at least... Wait. Do we get the sprint, or do we just... Yeah, we do get the sprint, because if we go here, then we can at least try and save these people over here, or even go through there. But we just need 2, and then we'll have her special ability. So we'll do that. So we'll take the sprint card. All these other cards go back. Critical blow, and all these other 0 cards go back to where they were. Alright. And that's... Okay. Could discard the walk card to get the climb card, though we don't have a walk card. Alright. Moving on. The killer advances the trap. Goes there. We lose 2. 1, 2. Getting worse for us. This goes back to 6. Terror card. Let's play a game. I want to play a game. If there are no victims on the board, discard and draw. A victim that matches the first applicable condition is now trapped in space furthest from you, in a supply space. So that guy's now trapped, and they're in a trap. Victim, another trap. Let's see what we got. We got infestation box. You're in a box filled with venomous snakes, spiders, and other deadly creatures. It's just a matter of time before one bites. You're going to have to stay very, very quiet and still. Okay, so they're there. And... no, not that. We need a trap card. Some very interesting traps I'm seeing. There's the trap. Okay. Back to us now. Because that's all done. The finale, by the way, for anyone wondering, is when all the terror cards are spent, or if there's a card that says the finale begins, and then we flip this card over. And no one's died yet, so this we haven't gone up on the Bloodlust track yet. Usually we're going up so fast on this. It's obviously why it's such a short Bloodlust track. Usually a lot longer. Okay, so let's do this. So we're going to try leap. Oh, wait, leap can only be played on one of these spaces. Damn. Didn't think of that. Yeah, climb moves to an adjacent. Alright, well then we have no choice but to sprint. And see what we get. Yeah. Keep it on camera. Hey, we got 1 star. So we can move up to 2 spaces and we lose 1 time. 2 spaces. I could move towards here, or I could move towards here where these guys are. This person's going to die, and everyone's going to panic. That's in their vicinity, which will be this guy and this one. And maybe they'll panic towards us. You know, I'll do that. 1, 2. I'll move that way. I don't think we're going to have a chance to search and everything like that. It's far more important that we get our attack up. So when the killer comes out, we can just attack her and hopefully kill her as fast as possible. Okay. Or we could move here rather and then leap, and at least we're here. And then next turn just go straight. But they're not going to panic. These guys are going to panic. One option is we could go here and then even if we fail the leap, we can move ourselves in the pit. If we succeed, then we just go here to where these two are. And then hopefully they don't panic, and then we go straight to the exit with them. Because we're going to discard a random action card anyway. Because they're going to kill. Yeah, I think that's the best option. So we go there, sprint, then we're going to leap. Because we're going to lose that action card anyway. So I'd rather us use it to try and get in a better position. And we do get in a better position. So we move directly to another space. We'll go straight there. So these two are there. So we spent both the leap card and the sprint card. Okay. But that does cost us 2 more times. So we only got 3. We go to our planning stage of our next spot. So we do get all our zeros back. And because it's 3, we'll take a sprint and a close call. Okay. I need to double check this rule on someone dying in a trap. Just see the... Oh, so that failed result, check, I was wrong. It's not actually for whenever we fail a dice. It's for whenever this trap, we fail to save someone. So I think I took 2 of those. 1, 2. So it's when it happens like now. When it's the killer's turn. That goes there, that goes there, there, there. So we go back basically where we were. This victim dies. Bloodlust goes up. Discard a random card. We don't have any. Oh, no, we do. Because we just refilled our hand. Oh, no. I hope it's not something important. Part of me wants to cheat and just tell you guys, oh, it's this card that I didn't need. Hey! It's a card that I don't mind losing. Not a card I don't need, but I don't mind losing that. And those go back to where they were. I'll discard my walk card because it gives us 2 more cards. Oh, wait, no. I'm not going to discard that because it's the sprint you discard to get 2 more cards, not the walk card. Anyway, that's what happens there. This goes away because it's finished. The trap's done. Now we're going to draw another terror card. I'm assuming another trap's coming. Tick-tock, speed up the clock. If no victims are trapped, I put this at the bottom. Otherwise, we advance the trap. So that goes. Terror, horror goes up. Oh boy, this is not good. I forgot to put that back. Don't know why that war card is there. Okay, because it should be back in my hand if I remember correctly. I used all my war cards and I should have gotten them all back now. Okay, that's all is done here. We can do this. We can do this, guys. Ugh. This is a good thing about the game. It does get the horror, the blood pumping as you stress out. It definitely has that slow creep of dread coming across you. Either we can sprint, or I think sprinting is probably the best idea just to get these guys out. I was going to go through and get 3 of these guys, but I'm not. What's her ability if we save an extra person? For each additional victim saved, you get more time. So it's more time. Okay, well, we'll do our sprint, hoping that we get something good. We got a 1 for sprint, and that's all we need. We just need a 2 to move 2 spaces. So we'll go there. 1, 2. We save. Whoops, that was there. We save 2 more victims. So that goes up. We can flip Mandy as she gets her special ability now. And she now adds 2 to damage without a weapon or an item. But she cannot use this as a reaction. So she saved all those people. I'm just going to put them on the side, yeah. Okay, it's good we've got her ultimate state of mind, shall we say. But we still have abilities, and we get, because we got those 2 victims, we get to move 2 spaces. So we can move 2 spaces. And the sprint did cost us 1 time. Our best thing to do... I forgot that person died. So these 2 need to panic. 2. That's lovely. Goes here. So we would have saved her as well, or them, whoever it is, and gotten some more time. And this one over here, if we get another 2, it will be great. Nope, 3. But that means they move. Do they move? Yeah, they move there. And those are the only 2 that move. So, what to do? We still have our 2 moving. We could just, I suppose, what's this? Break the lock, then open the box for 3. Move 1 space. We could save this victim. I think we need to try save this victim, because it's going to be a problem if we don't. So we get those 2 free moves from the card that I hadn't used. And we'll go straight to her. Now we can help free this victim. The victim's trapped, so they can't help us. But we can try break this lock with a weak attack. But no, we can't. Once again, it's no, because we get to add. Yes, so we can use a weak attack. And we need 1. We need 1 star. Perfect. Weak attack. As we're breaking open the lock. Help me, help me. Well, actually, it's got to say, help me, help. Okay, so we then need to open the box. It's going to cost us 3 time. So we can use the walk to move 1 space. We can use the walk and then use the close call to reroll all dice. Spend 2. Okay, so we'll use the walk card and then we'll reroll all dice, spending that 2. So we've and then we move 1 space. So we've done close call 1, moving 1 space 1 time, and moving 1. So all 3 of those are done. The victim is saved. They're back here. Yay! As we open the box, pull the victim out, snake snap at her, but just in time, they are saved. Oh. Stressed, everyone, stressed. But we still have stuff to do, and we're in a zone where what's here? The manager's office. We could get a whip. What's 0 to 1 mean? Okay. I think we better save the cards we got. We might need them. Stay there with that victim. Must remember we spent 3 time. Stay there and we can get some items. Hoping nothing happens. Okay. Though I think we need to actually focus, because if we don't... No, I don't want to risk it because I want to search there. If we focus now, we could lose time. So we'll leave it there. We'll then spend our time to get a search and a close call. Everything else goes back where it was. Okay, all done. Now. All right, chat. Whew, we got this. We got this. Put that there. Trap savants, there are no traps. Live or die. If there are no victims on the board, discard. A victim in the space with the most victims, if tied furthest from you, is now trapped. They all have one. So the one furthest from us, so it's this in the receiving area, now has a trap. Death trap. The drowning tank. Another classic. What's flashing? Why is my light doing that? Got a bit of a disto going here. All right, my light's gone, but the light is still fine from the day. So sorry if it's a bit darker now, but I think you guys can still see everything. Has my camera moved? It seems like moved everything. Sorry about that. There we go. Just put it back there. Okay. All right, so they're in the fish tank now. Or the drowning tank. There. Start there. And we're going to lose time every time we don't help this person. Costs 5 time just to unlock the lid. Okay. So now we are going to search. We're going to search and hopefully getting that whip. Hey! Take the top card. We don't need to spend 2 cards because we like what we see. So we got a whip and we put that in our hand. If you damage an energy with the whip, move them 1 space. And that means we can, 0 to 1 means we can attack them from 1 space away. So that's nice. Okay. Forgot to put that away. We got 2 more cards till the finale comes out, and the torment is going to come out with their drill. Is it... the power's gone, maybe? No, it doesn't seem so. I can put my other light on, though. Maybe it's a bit too bright. Let me turn it down a bit. There we go. Just to have a bit more light. I got my other lights on. Okay, so we've done our search. It does take 1 time from us. And then I think we're going to try focus, and then I think we must walk. We must get this person. I think we should walk first, then focus. Because at least there we're by an exit. Because next thing we get stuck and then she panics. And we need 2 stars to complete the walk. So yeah, if we fail the focus, I don't know, guys. Stressed. We're gonna need that furious strike and some big cards to attack the main tormentor. Okay, let's do the focus, because I will say getting 2 stars with that is more important than 2 walking. Even if 2 walking gives us time, having 2 time and decreasing the horror factor is massive. Yeah, that's what I thought we'd need. I'll discard short rest and close call to turn that, so we gain 2 time, 1, 2, as well as moving the horror away. Okay, and walking. Might as well try. Or should we save it? I think we should save the walk, because these guys could move around and they could... No. It's just going to give us more time at the cost of possibility of just losing time. Rather stay where we are, keep our time. We'll keep that walk card and spend our 7 time, which is great. Oh, just knocked over the leap card. All right, let's buy Furious Strike, which costs us 4, goes down to 3. We could buy another search card. I think we will. I was going to get sprints, but we got a walk. We're going to get another walk back. Another search card. We might find something important in there that we need. So yeah, I'll take that. Goes down to 2. 1. And we'll take a close call to 0. Okay, these guys go back where they were, as well as we get our cards back. I do need to check that we don't have 10 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, we don't have 10. And that goes back there. Okay. If we're playing Cyberpunk, for those that don't know, I play Cyberpunk with YouTuber called Northern Exile, another YouTuber called John the Wise. And if we're playing Cyberpunk, I'm going to be rolling horribly, because I've been rolling quite decently so far. And Cyberpunk, usually what happens, if I roll horribly in Cyberpunk, I roll very well elsewhere in Kill Team or board games. And when I roll very well in board games or Kill Team, I roll horribly in Cyberpunk. So if we're playing this Sunday, it's not going to be looking good. Go check them out. John the Wise, Northern Exile. Great guys. Northern Exile does Warhammer content, Hobby Nightmares and stuff like that, whereas John the Wise does a lot of Cyberpunk stuff. Cyberpunk, great universe, great game as well. And you'll see me playing in the Cyberpunk campaign. They do a video of the Cyberpunk campaign. So if you want to see more board Baobab, go check out those videos. Okay, so back to Final Girl. Let's do our Whoops, sorry about that. I just realized I have 20 minutes till I have to go and teach a class. So we better speed this up. Okay, we're going to search. Okay. And that is perfect. I'm just going to take whatever the card is. It's a hard hat. Place a random final health token on this card. When you reveal your final health token, you may also reveal this one and choose one. This item is not considered in your backpack, but the card may be kept there. Alright, so it's not in our backpack, but we'll put it there, and we'll just take the top token over here. Nope. Put that over there. Okay. Alright, I'm stressed, guys. I'm quite sure I missed something. Oh, that's what I missed. So I missed I think I completely skipped the horror phase, the killer's turn. This needs to move across there. We lose one time, so we're now at 5. We would have done that for a search as well, so we'll be there. We need to do a terror card. Click. Loading dock B is now unlocked. Draw the next terror card. Oh no! And an event. Heroic best friend. Replace the victim of your choice with the best friend. The best friend cannot be saved unless there are no other victims on the board. If you would take damage, the best friend is in your space or adjacent, then they may move to your space and take damage instead. Well, I'll choose the person next to us that we just saved. So they're our best friend, but it means we can't save them. But they will dive in front of us, taking damage for us. And we have to draw the last card. You have no respect for life. If no victims are trapped, this card, and draw the next terror card. Otherwise, but this is now going to reshuffle. I think there's a rule for this. If you're being instructed to place a card face down at the bottom of the terror deck, if this is the only card left and there's an endless loop being bottomed in succession, discard this card instead. So we discard that card instead. The final reveal happens. The killer is coming onto the board. No escape. When the tormentor ends her movement, an unlocked space, place a lock there. At the start of the killer phase, of all things are locked, you can't win. Oh my word. And she gets 2 movement. She goes to the closest door. I just need to check what we do when she's revealed. So it's going to be a race now. Beginning of the next killer phase. Yeah, so it's the next killer phase, and she's just going to try lock all the doors. Okay, not great, but we can do this, and this whip is going to help us because it can keep drawing her back in. All right, so we did the search. What to do. Oh, wait. I made a mistake, everyone. Because there is a victim track. I forgot there's this person here. Panic all untrapped victims in spaces with a death trap. Okay, they're done. If you're in a space with a death trap, with a trapped victim, you panic and lose health. All right, so but they're not with a trapped victim, with a trapped victim, not a death trap. All right, so we're not with a trapped victim. If no one panicked, bloodlust goes up. So bloodlust goes up. So she's not actually gonna. The tormentor's not gonna try to kill us. It's just they're gonna try to lock us in here. Okay, so that happens instead. Now this is done. I just need to double check the finale. If I flip the card now, or if I flip it when we're supposed to draw a terror card. When there are no terror cards, yeah, so it's during the upkeep step, which is at the end. So, all right. So they're revealed now, and they'll come out on the next turn. Okay, and then we did all that purchasing. Oh wait, no. Now I can't remember what we did. Oh, we have this much. Yeah, so we had that time because that came to. So then we searched. We found that. I think the walk cards are going to be very important for us. I think our best option is to just stay where we are and focus and try and buff up our terror, decrease the terror as much as possible. I just realized I made some mistakes. But yeah, let's do that. So we'll play a focus. Oh, beautiful. So we gain 2 time. It all goes all the way back to the top. And we decrease the terror. I don't think there's anything else to do. I think we have what we need to kill the tormentor. We just need to leave that and spend this on running and searching. She's going to come, actually not even searching. We're just going to run her and kill her as much as possible. Because she's not even going to attack us. She's just going to run for all the doors. And we just it's going to be a race. So we'll buy the 2 sprint cards as well. So that will cost us 4. And then we'll buy we might as well just buy that last close call to make sure we get the right results. All right. That's all we can do. We get these cards back in our hand. These cards go there. Just make sure we don't 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We just have 10. Okay. Now the killer's going to be revealed. So they're revealed. We're going to put the setup card out, and that's where they're going to appear. In the pit, they drop down. This is going to move. We lose. We go there. It goes down to 2. Killer is then going to the closest unlocked door. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 1, 2, 3. It's a tar, so I don't know. So I think they'll have to pick. So here's what I'm going to do. This is 1 to 2. That's 3 to 4. That's 5 to 6. And I'm just going to roll a dice. Okay, so the killer's going to move 1, 2. Lucky for us. That's why I didn't want to just move it towards us, because it makes our job easier, but that's which way they decided to move. Okay. So now it's our turn. Oh, wait. Yeah, they're only moving 1, fortunately. So 2 movements. So it's only 1 and 2. Which makes our job a lot easier. So let's go for it, guys. The only thing I might do, because Furious Strike could end badly, Weak Attack also could end badly. I might just do a walk. Because I'm trying to see. I can do 3 damage with that. I can do 5 damage with that. I think we were very lucky with this card, because then it's not going to attack us. It's just catching up to her. That's the issue. I'll say we'll use the walk. And we got our 1 star. That's what we needed. So we move 1 space into the same space as them. And now we're going to attack. We'll use a weak attack first. I do think we should just drop the whip. Put the whip in our backpack. We're not going to use it. We're just going to use our fists, because it adds 2 and the whip only adds 1. So we won't use the whip. Well, for now. We'll just put it in our backpack. And where's weak attack? I got close call. I got short rest focus. I had all these fight cards in my hand. Now I've put them, obviously. Oh, there they are. All right, we'll use weak attack, because even if you get 1 strike with Furious Strike, your turn ends. That's what that X means. So we just need 1 star. But we get 2 cards, so we can sacrifice short rest. I think we got in our hand. Yep, short rest. And we'll sacrifice the focus, because we don't need that, to do 1 damage. We lose 1 health as we wrestle, but they lose 3 health because we're made an attack without an item. And then we go for, I forgot, walk the time. We need to decrease that to 3. Okay, Furious Strike. We need 2 stars here. We'll use a close call to re-roll that 1, because we need another star. Okay. And then we'll discard another close call and a walk card to make that into a star as well. Okay, so we do 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. However, the 4th damages this card here when we get to that bottom one. I just need to check. We flip it, I think. And if there's nothing, we win. And if there's something, they're still alive. Whenever either of them takes damage, normal is removed, equal to the amount of damage with no health. When no health markers are left and there remains damage to be applied, their black final token is revealed. Let's see what it is. It is nothing. If black, the final health token is blank, they're dead, and the game is over. Everyone, we are the victors. We finally, at least I've finally beaten one of the killers. Well, not one of, I've beaten some of the other killers, but it's been a long time. It's been a long time since I've beaten one of them. I think we're very lucky with the Tormentor getting that one that basically makes them close all the doors. It can be very nasty, I could see that. If they had gotten their Bloodlust right to the top where they're moving to, it would have been probably very nasty. But that's all the time I have for you today. I got to go teach a class. But I wish you all the best. Keep growing, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think about the game. Please give the video a like and leave a comment. Always helps me in the old algorithm. I appreciate all of you. All the best, everyone. Cheers. Bonus section, I forgot to tell you guys. Since I beat the game with Mandy, I can reveal her special card. If I can just find it. I found it. So for those that don't know, when you beat a killer with a particular final girl, you can unlock their special item. Obviously, you can just open these if you want, but I like to try and do it properly. So I've only unlocked, I think, 3 or 4 of these. And it's been a while since I've unlocked one. So it's nice to unlock another one. Let's see what her specific item is. And it's a chainsaw. Wow. May not be used to modify reaction cards. You may use this weapon until you lose 2 health. To cut off your... Oh, you may not use this weapon unless you lose 2 health. To cut off your hand and attach a chainsaw to your arm. Oh my word. That is nuts. This item may only be used when Mandy is chosen as the final girl. So that's Mandy's special thing. Anyway, that's the end, guys. All the best. Keep growing. Cheers.